Today we're going to break down how to create the best dry cleaners insurance program for your business to make sure that you're properly protected with the right coverages. We're going to break it all down right now. Hi, Ryan Hanley here, founder and president of 𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗂, where we do insurance differently, specifically by giving you knowledge and information to make the right insurance decision. Now, when it comes to dry cleaning insurance, there are a few very specific coverages that you're going to want to have. Before we get to those, first and foremost, you're going to have a business owner's policy. This is a broad set of coverages that are going to capture all the major risk issues that you're going to have, like general liability, so slips, trips, and falls, third-party bodily injury or property damage. It's going to cover your property, the property of the dry cleaner. It's going to cover the building if you own the building that you operate out of. It's going to cover a whole bunch of other issues as well, like business interruption, crime, which is really employees stealing from you, that kind of stuff. The business owner's policy is going to be first and foremost. Now, a lot of dry cleaners are owner operated, so if that's the case, depending on your state, you may not need workers' comp, but if you have anyone that works for you, you may need to have a workers' compensation policy, in which case dry cleaning workers' comp is fairly straightforward, shouldn't be too big of an issue, and your agent should be able to work through that. If you are delivering clothes, or if you are taking or delivering out and having your dry cleaning done by another facility and then bringing it back to your shop, then you're going to need a commercial auto policy. Anytime you're operating in transit for commercial purposes, you're going to need a commercial auto policy. If you're using a personal auto policy today and you get into an accident, understand that it is within the rights in most states, with most in most situations, for your personal auto insurance to deny a claim associated with a commercial operation. So if you're using your personal auto to transition stuff to save a few bucks, know that you probably don't have any coverage for anything that's going on when you're actually using that vehicle for commercial purposes. So you really want to get a commercial auto policy. I would highly recommend a commercial umbrella, as there are lots of situations in which you could have issues that go beyond your standard limits, and in those cases you want to make sure that you have an umbrella, which is a layer of liability that sits on top of your commercial auto and your general liability. Now, the major coverage that dry cleaners want to make sure they have, that is oftentimes forgotten in programs when it comes to dry cleaners, is Bailey's coverage, or an inland marine policy is the broader term. What Bailey's coverage is essentially when you take care, custody, and control of your client's material, their clothes, their blankets, their sweaters, their whatever you're taking in to do your dry cleaning, or if you also have like sewing or any kind of clothing repair as part of your business as well. Anytime you take in the products of other individuals, you need to have a special coverage to cover those items, because technically you don't own them. They're just in your care, custody, and control. That is an inland marine policy, and you're going to want to make sure that you have a limit on that inland marine policy that could cover if there was a fire in your building and all the clothes inside your building that or all the materials inside the building that were owned by other people were destroyed. They're going to want to be compensated for those, and in that case you would not have coverage under a standard policy. You need to have an inland marine policy, and in that case you want to make sure that it's part of your program. There are lots of companies that will provide that. Some will package that coverage in with their business owner's policy. That's completely dependent on the carrier that you choose. But having that inland marine policy to cover customers' property while it's in your care, custody, and control, in your possession, is vital to properly protecting a dry cleaning business. So if this is the kind of relationship that you'd like to have with your insurance professional, we would love to work with you here at 𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗂. We work in all 50 states, no matter where you are. We can come to you. Best way to get a hold of us is to call us, 518-960-6600. That's 518-960-6600. You can email us at gorogue@𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗂.com. You can visit us online at 𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗂.com, or I'm sure there is a button or a link somewhere around this video to let you contact us. Whichever way you choose, we look forward to working with you.